Hi everyone, morning.
Hey Anusha, good evening. Long time.
So, okay, no problem. Okay, so today let's write some test cases. I'll just write right in front of you, okay, so that you'll understand how to write full length test cases. Okay, so first I'll be writing high level scenarios, then I'll be writing the test cases. Okay, so okay, so similarly for other links, we will have these. Then okay, then okay. Um, okay. Mm, excuse me. Okay, so okay, right. So these are few of the test high-level test scenarios for this home page. Okay, what happens after we click on sign in, or what happens after we click on something is not part of this test case. What happens after we click will be another test case. Okay, only clicking till here. So for example, I click on mail. Okay, the login page opens. Provide username, next. Provide password, next. These all are a different page altogether, so you don't have to worry about them when writing test scenarios for this one single page. Okay, so when you're writing test cases for this is how you draft your high level scenarios in the first place. Then after drafting the high level scenarios, then you go pick one. Okay, home wrap text. Yeah. So what is the description? The description is that the home link present on the home screen of yahoo.com or whatever should be redirecting to Yahoo homepage based on the user's location. Sorry for the typing mistakes, please ignore. Okay, because there's something called spelling. I'll check all my spellings and change. Okay, okay, so I don't worry much about spellings in Excel sheet, but yeah. Um, and then step one. So first step is launch yahoo.com website. Expected result is that Yahoo website homepage should be loaded. Next is verify that there is home link on the top left corner of the homepage. Okay, hold on. Home wrap text. Okay, okay. Then the home link should be present. The sorry for my typing. Home link should have home icon. The home link should have a link that redirects to the same homepage. Home hyperlink. Yeah. Then click on the home link. Okay, the homepage should reload. Right? That's all. That's all is my test case. So I'll just mark it with yellow to identify it as a second test case. So this is one, this is two. Autofill options. So you just take it and drag it, and then you get and then fill series. Okay. Now my second case is this. Okay. So this is a text which I have already written. If I want to edit it, I can edit it from here, or I can double click on it and edit it right here, or I can click F2 key on my keyboard and start editing. Okay. I know Excel is a bit fuzzy, but yeah, it's a very powerful tool. It's very easy if you learn it. Get the shortcuts and how to work on it. So these are not steps. This is the third step. Okay, sorry. So whenever you have multiple expected results, you break them. You don't put and so on, because if one of them fails, all of them fail. if you put and everything. Here you can say fail, fail, fail specifically to whichever uh, thing has failed. Okay. Similarly, the second one, okay, the mail link, right? The mail link on the Yahoo homepage should be redirecting to the email login screen. Okay, the first one. Then the first one will be the more or less same. Okay, because first of all you have to open the website. I didn't save my Excel sheet, so that is why the pop-up is coming. But I have a habit of doing Control S. After I type one line, I do Control S or Command S. Okay, that would save your application and prevent losing your test cases. Diksha would have experienced this in her previous work. You lose data most of the time because you don't save it, right?
Yeah, Anusha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, alright. Then similarly, oops, how we paste. Okay. Okay. Verify that there is mail link on the homepage. Okay. The steps are the same. You don't have to like do it all the time. So I just okay. Then more or less the same. So just click on a mail link. The mail login page should be shown. Right? I'm done with my test case. Okay, hold on. Let me keep this. Okay, so this is my third step. Alright, so these are quite easy test cases. Okay, then this one, we'll see this. Okay, I'm just marking it as 3, but it could be something else. Oops. So once you copy, you have to paste. If you do any other operation, it's gone. Okay. Yeah, these are the special paste options present in Excel. So this is just paste without any formatting. The like if you have a formula and you want to paste some formulas, that is all not required. This is transpose. For example, I'm copying these lines and I'm trying to paste them here, and I say transpose. So the vertical horizontal shifting has been done, right? Okay. So we have a lot of paste options. Then suggestions containing the text being typed should be listed below the search box. Okay, so there is general terminology about websites. This is called logo. These are like headers, header links. Then this is the search bar. Then there is the search button. Okay, so these are few standard, and these links, whichever you have the privacy, blah blah blah. These are called footers usually. So there is some standard terminology which you understand when you are involved into work with with a website. Okay. So because I'm already accustomed to it, I'm just using them directly. So that's why I call it as a search box. Okay. Otherwise, if you inspect, see, when I inspect, this is the element in the ID. You see that it is a search box. Okay. So if you don't know what the name of something is, you can just right click, inspect, look at its ID. It has logo. Yes, it has a logo.
And this is search button. Okay, and then in fact, forget about the image. I want to know what the whole thing is called as. Mm, so, mm, yeah. So I look at this. They are calling it as stream, news stream. Okay, this is the latest news and the news stream. They're calling this. Okay, the cards, whatever the photographs with information is there, they're calling it as news stream. You can call them stream, or usually they're called as cards. Some display is called as card. Okay, next, the search box, right? First step is the same, mostly because it's common. Then provide a few characters in the search box. Example, um, okay, so below the search box, the suggestions of keywords with KUNB in it should be shown as per trending topics. Okay, so KUMB, I can get Kumbh Mela or I can get Anil Kumble, right? So what I'm getting now, Kumbh Mela, right? Because that is in the starting. Okay, Kumbh Rashi, this is like Rashi is like the planets, horoscope. Okay, then this is a place, Kumbakonam. So whatever, then I type Kumble. Then our cricket coach is Anil Kumble, so he's popping up. Anil Kumble. Okay. So whatever is relevant as per the trending topics, or starting with the keyword KUMB. Okay. Both of them should be shown. There might be scenarios where your keyword is very rare. Okay, so in that case, something containing your keyword will be shown. If your keyword is very vast, the topic, so the thing starting with KUMB is shown. Okay, so then the third one would be select one of the suggestions. Okay, the selection should be populated in the search box without further typing. Okay, right? So for example, I'm typing this, I select it and it should automatically populate. Okay. Then after that, search result should be shown relevant to the topic. Done with the test case. So usually test cases um, typically have like 5 to 6 lines in general, and if you're going deeper into functionality, they'll have 10 to 15 lines. Very few test cases which have a bigger workflow. So you have a entire flow, then like search, then click on this, okay, then go here, then click on this. So if there is some entire flow, depending on your customer, if you have a very big flow, then your test case number of steps will be more. But usually we break test cases such that the steps are not more than 10 to 15. Okay, so that it's easy to follow the flow, and if in case if it has failed, And if you want to retest, you don't have to take the pain of testing 1,000 lines. Okay, you just do 10 to 15 lines and you're done. If you take longer flows, it decreases your work efficiency. If there is one bug, you have to test the entire thing again and again. Okay, so these are all the test cases similarly. So we write everything, even the nitty-gritty detail also in a full-length test case. Okay, so here in these footer links, these are the links: terms, privacy, advertise, careers, help, and feedback. Okay, so sometimes you get requirements that you want to see the terms, privacy as they are, and then first would be feedback, then help, then careers, and then advertise. Okay, so if the order has changed, for example, okay, so if at all the order has changed, then you never know, right? The order might be the other way around as per the requirements. So you have to include that this is the specific order as per the customer. Okay, in the test case you have to specify that this is the order, right? So this is how we write test cases. Then yeah, I wanted to show you Jira, how it looks and how do you work. Okay, so I have sent these documents related to manual testing with the topics and the matter. Uh, okay, all this stuff I have put the documents in WhatsApp. I can refer to those for any help with respect to manual testing. Okay. Apart from that, we do get some defects, right? So when we get some defects, this is how we are going to put them. Wait, 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 wait. I'm sharing. Yeah, so this is what it is. So this is how Jira looks like with your company logo, whichever organization you're working for, and dashboards, projects, issues, wherein you have all the bugs and stories and test cases. Then there is some dashboard stuff which your manager will take care. And you do something like create, you give the description, summary, severity, priority. Okay, like select if it is a bug or a story or a task like this. And then if you have some attachments for the bug, you would select those from here like this. For example, this issue A, issue B. Okay, and add the attachments. I can remove the attachments if I don't want them. And the developer who is going to work on it. Okay, these details will provide and I will create it. So once you have created a bug, so this is the symbol of a bug. It could be different. There are different types of bugs. Story effect, that is something dependent on any requirement, or a direct issue like bug. So
So, Anusha, I mean, this Jira tool is basically for maintaining test cases and for both the defects and test cases, right? And it's basically like a,
defects test cases requirements everything.
so it's like
So
a test management tool.
complete test management tool. So
Oh,
this
like
the
ALM, similar to
yes,
ALM.
similar to
Okay.
ALM. Okay, but
Okay.
here the speciality is that if I go to my project, for example,
Mm-hmm.
I can organize my sprints. I can give some dates to my sprints. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
this is the sprint that is going on for us.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the starting day of the sprint,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. And then the number of issues which are linked to that sprint.
Uh-huh.
We usually take 1 month sprint. So
Okay.
this is mostly of agile based tool. So people are mostly going towards this because of this. And then you can
Okay.
get report like how many are completed in this current sprint and how many are pending.
Mm-hmm.
Sprint report. Okay, so no update. Then you have like burn down chart, like what is the plan and how many have you completed. Okay, so because we did not assign story points, it's not showing up. Okay,
Okay.
so if usually we have to assign the story points to any story, then only we'll be able to get the charts and stuff and the reports, how many are done, how many are not done, and all that stuff.
Okay.
Okay, the in Agile we usually split it into sprints and work, whatever work we have, and we assign tickets
Yeah.
to the specific sprint which we are promising for this time period.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then there are two types of Agile. One is Scrum and the other one is Kanban. Okay, so Scrum
Kanban. Okay.
is in Scrum we have sprints,
Mm-hmm.
and in Kanban we have flow of work. So Kanban. Let's choose the one. No. Okay, so Kanban has a limitation like I have only, yeah, okay, so whatever is in progress here, it has a limitation that this pool can contain a maximum of 5 tasks or stories or whatever. Okay,
Okay.
so whenever one task is done, You will pick a new task from to do.
Yeah.
So in Kanban, the number of tasks in progress is fixed. Whereas in this one, the Scrum, the time period is fixed. How many items you have to do? So this is based on your time. Okay. So you have to complete so many tasks in this given time period, right?
So the number of tasks in progress is decided by each organization or there are
Each
specific teams?
organization, yeah.
Okay,
It's,
okay.
it depends on the uh, number of story points also.
Oh yeah,
If you have
yeah,
very big stories, you cannot keep
yeah,
10 in the in progress phase.
yeah.
You can have
Story point
only,
is the complexity of the user story, right?
yes, complexity, time taken. It's an aggregation of everything. The number
Yeah,
of
okay.
resources available, the time taken, and when it is going to complete, and how much research do you need to finish that given task. And all that stuff is aggregated and given in story points.
Okay.
Okay.
So like there's no major difference between Kanban and Scrum.
No, there is no major difference. Everything, the requirements come and go whenever they want. Okay.
Okay.
And both are agile, like free flowing
Yeah.
methodologies.
Okay.
And you just raise bugs, you fix them and give a new release and all. But the only difference is that the time period in Scrum and Kanban, the number of items in progress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So this is a tool which helps in both. Most it is both Kanban and Scrum. You can use it for both. So that is why people are more tending towards Jira than ALM.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Then here itself we have one more plugin called Zephyr. Okay, for Jira. In this plugin, we usually have test cases. That plugin is not enabled for me as of now. Okay, because I don't do test cases mostly into automation, so I don't need them. So yeah, you'll have like this. In it, you'll have a test drop down here. In that test drop down, you will have list of projects, and under each project you will be creating your test cases, and each of the test cases will be like this. They look like defects only, nothing much difference, but that instead of description you'll have a tabular format here. In that tabular format you'll have steps and expected results and pass or fail. Okay. Yeah, that's how it can look like. So the description, you have the test steps and test details, then pass or fail. And here you have how many times you have executed, how many times it has passed, failed, what is the recent status, and all that stuff you'll have in the bottom. This is how your test case is going to look like in Jira. Okay.
And Anisha, does this Jira has an option to export test cases from Excel? Basically
Yes.
import text.
Yes, it has.
Okay.
Export and import both.
Okay.
So in your Excel, on the top you'll be getting an extra plugin for that.
Yeah.
You just
Okay.
say like upload, it'll be done.
Okay.
But you will have to specify like which project,
Yeah,
which
and those
sprint.
respective columns and
Yeah,
all.
you will have a lot
Yeah.
of other columns.
Yeah.
These are the main columns, but you'll have more columns depending on the tool which you're working with.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So date of authoring, date of updation, because here you will get created date, updated date, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So all that stuff needs to be provided in the Excel sheet.
So all the fields should be mapped from Excel, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um, then what else do we have to cover? Yeah. Then we have this code repository wherein all your code is kept. It is GitHub. Okay, so in the GitHub, the developer, whoever is working on some project, will create his project, and all the code which you are doing in the Eclipse, even you are a developer now if you're doing automation. Okay, so whatever the code is over here in these projects, okay, just go and commit it here. Just create a project on the name as you want. Give it permissions to whoever is required. If you look into it, what is this? Is this Java or what is TypeScript project? Okay, this is Java project. Okay, so if you look into it, or the src and whatever folders you have inside them will be created just exactly the same way. Okay, common, and then you'll have your Java files. And here you can see your code, whatever you have done. So here also you can edit your code, you can change your code, but that is a bit difficult. So people don't change their code here because you don't get auto suggestions in GitHub, and you might tend to write typing errors. So it's good to write your code in something like IntelliJ or Eclipse or NetBeans, okay, or any such
So
supportive. Uh-huh.
this GitHub is an option from Eclipse, or it's a different tool altogether?
It is all different tool altogether. This is a
Okay.
code repository basically, wherein you store
Okay.
all your code. You have a lot of them like SVN, TFS.
Yeah, TFS. Yeah.
Yeah, TFS is Microsoft tool. So GitHub is on its own. So something like this, you have a lot of tools for storing your code also. Okay, one of them is GitHub. So when you are asked about version control software, this is what you have to tell, because I have a lot of versions, 1.0, 2.0 and so on, right? I can have a lot of versions of my code.
Right.
When I have a lot of versions, I can use this for writing my code. And then I can get into whichever version of code I want, and then I'll deploy it. For example, we are downloading Firefox 43 as well as 53. So if I need 43 code, I'll go to something like 43 and download that code and download it from here. Okay. Mhm. And after GitHub, mm, yeah. So when after executing the test case, we usually provide a report like similar to like this, like status, how many test cases have passed, how many have failed, and so on. I have only one test case here. So this is my automation test report, which my automation test suite has generated. Okay. So in this report, I have how many test cases are there, how many have passed. I'll get new columns if I have some fail or error and stuff. And here it will be displayed like passed, failed, or so we have to always pull in a report like this. If it is for automation or manual, whatever it is, we need to provide a test report in this way. How many test cases passed? How many test cases not run? Okay, this is automation, so it will run all the test cases on its own. But we might not have sufficient time when you're doing manual testing. So manual testing is inevitable all the time. So even if you automate, you cannot automate 100%. Okay, I can automate something. I can automate this email, but if this part is overlapped on this, still automation will work, but that bug will not be caught by automation. Okay, something UX bugs are not caught by automation. UX as in HTML and CSS issues. A few UI issues can be caught, but not all of them. Okay. So after we have this test reporting, we are done with defects, requirements. Yeah, so that is it about manual testing. So when do we say that a product can be released? When most of the requirements are matching, there might be still issues, but those issues may not be blockers. Okay, so for now I'll give you the product. Keep using it. This is my bug, and to avoid this bug, you have a workaround, right? So I click on this. For example, assume this is my application. I click on this. I click on this. It takes a lot of time for it to load because there's a hell lot of information inside. Yes, that's why it is taking a lot of time. Okay, so for the client, you would say that this is a known bug. It takes a lot of time to load, but just please bear with me until I improve the performance of my application. So such a bugs which are not blockers to the functionality can be ignored for release, but something that blocks the functionality, if I click on this, if it is not at all showing up, see I have a hell lot of information here. If you look at the scroll bar, you'll know how huge information I have. Okay, so if it is not at all showing up, then it is a bug, right? That would be the exit criteria for releasing your software. Okay, so I've sent you the topics and the complete information on manual testing, whatever is required. Please go through the information and get back if you have any doubts. And so would you guys want to practice manual testing, like writing test cases? So the thing that we can practice is writing test cases. That's all we can practice. Okay, we cannot practice creating bugs and all because we don't have Jira or other stuff. So if you want to practice the test cases, well and good, we'll practice. Otherwise, we'll move on to Selenium from tomorrow. Okay.
I mean, I'm good to do Selenium, but I don't know
Yeah.
about Muzammil and Umair.
Right. I know. Yeah. So guys, Muzammil and Umair, you wanna practice writing test cases?
Okay.
You wanna go ahead with Selenium?
I got it.
Sorry.
Yeah, we can practice, I guess, a little bit more.
You wanna practice a little bit? Okay.
Right? I think that would be best for everyone. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can write some uh, test cases for what are the websites which you have in common? Okay, then maybe Facebook. Okay, maybe for Facebook you can write test cases. Like simple. Uh, the news feed should come up here. You should be able to create a post here, and then few links, whatever you get, and then few links for you get here, and then you have the messenger on the right side. Messenger and recent activity is also shown up, but I just removed it. Okay, few test cases like write 10 to 15 detailed test cases. Okay, don't have to cover everything. This is a very huge website, I know. Okay, so just write 10, some 10 is a good number. So write 10 test cases for this website. You all have access to facebook.com, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So we'll look into your test cases tomorrow. Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay then. So we'll catch up tomorrow. Bye.
All right, but
Sorry?
I got it. We'll do it tomorrow.
Your voice is not clear. I couldn't get what you said.
I say, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow then.
Yeah, okay. Okay then.
Okay. Okay.
Bye.